This is Make It in Cleveland, the show that shines a spotlight on the small businesses that make our city thrive. From food trucks to cafes to gyms and restaurants, with some help from the city, these entrepreneurs turn their dreams into reality. We take you behind the scenes of what could be your new favorite spot, meeting business owners, hearing their stories, and showing you the city resources that help them to make it in Cleveland. Hey there, I'm Kierra Cotton, and today we are outside of Elevate Barbershop in the city's Clark-Fulton neighborhood. This barbershop was the recipient of a Steelyard TIF grant, a program meant to help small businesses grow and improve. So, let's check it out. Okay, friends, I am here with the owner of Elevate Barbershop, James Santiago, also known as Santi. How are you today?
Good, yourself?
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Absolutely.
First question is the easiest one. What is Elevate Barbershop?
Well, what we try to do here is be just a little bit more than a barbershop. So our intention here is to do what our name is, Elevate. So provide a more comfortable, elevated service, focusing on what the client wants, what they ask from us to give them, and just an experience in general.
Yeah, incredible. And I understand that you haven't always been a barber. You were formerly in the military. Talk to me about how we got to this incredible shop.
Actually, I picked up a clipper at 14. Okay. So I just started cutting my own hair, and then some friends and family after that. And then I went into the restaurant industry, and then joined the military at 19. Okay. So I did 10 years in the military, and coming out, I was like,
Thank you for your service.
No, absolutely. Thank you for your support. Yeah. But I just figured, I was like, I don't want to work for anybody again. So I just picked up what I enjoyed to do, which was cutting hair and making people feel good. And with that, it was kind of like a challenge to myself. Okay. Some of the other guys that were cutting when I was younger, I was like, where are they at? And let's see, kind of like, just make it a nice little challenge to see if I can, grow and kind of put myself in the same position as them. Yeah. So I got licensed in 2021. Okay. And opened up this space in 2023. So about 2 and some change years.
A little over 2 years has been good so far?
We've been open a little over 2 years as well, and I can't complain. The growth has been well. A lot of the barbers do great. Everybody's growing, and that's the intention is in the space. We like to really focus on the Elevate piece, so it's not just the experience for the barber, for the clients, but it's more of the experience in general. I want to make sure that all the barbers in the space are working on their craft, focusing on growing, making sure that as those clients come in, they're focusing on making every cut better. Yeah, each time.
I love that. Yeah. Incredible. All about elevating all around,
yes,
from top to bottom. We're here in the Clark-Fulton neighborhood. Why here?
Born and raised. Okay. I was born at Metro Hospital. My home that I grew up in was right 2 streets down from 2nd District. So when I found the opportunity for this space that opened up, it's home. So I wanted to be able to offer my business in the community that I was born and raised in, and also really bring the aspect of barbershop and what a barbershop used to be, community, back to my community. So
you mentioned the community here that you fostered here in this community that you call home. Yeah. Talk to me about how someone that comes in, what their experience would be like in here.
We want to make it feel comfortable, make it feel welcoming when you're coming in. We just want to focus on greeting at the door as you come in, making sure that if you have an appointment, hey, who's your appointment with? If it's with so-and-so, they'll be with you shortly. If not, hey, this is the time frame that we're looking at. If you're walking in and we're busy, it might be this time, that time. So just really trying to be as transparent as possible. Sure. But then once you sit in that chair, each person has a different experience for you. And the idea is just to tailor your haircut to yourself. We're focusing more on shaping of the hair. He kind of enjoys where the haircut's sitting right now and how it styles and moves.
All right, Santi, we've made our way to your station. Talk to me about your clients and services. Who is Elevate Barbershop for?
Elevate Barbershop is for everybody. We try to make sure that our services and our prices kind of fit in, especially like we talked about servicing the community. Our walk-in prices and the things that we offer are in order to be able to service as many people, especially in the direct community, as possible.
Okay.
So alongside of that, we're just trying to offer that elevated experience to each and every person that comes in. So young kids, we have some women's cuts. Some of our barbers have been expanding their services.
Okay.
I mean, I started my barbering at Paul Mitchell.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit comfortable with some trims and things like that. So we try to service everybody. You know.
Talk to me about some of those services. You mentioned trims. What else can people get done? Trims, fades.
Everything.
Give me the rundown.
Yeah.
I'll let you
fades,
speak to the expertise.
Beards, trims. A couple of our barbers offer facials as well.
Okay.
Some of our barbers offer like VIP services, and that kind of includes like some massages, some facial massages, the facial as well, you know, servicing all the way up. So we like to make sure that we're expanded. I also do scalp micropigmentation, so hair loss solutions is another opportunity that is available to our clients at the space.
Incredible. You guys have a plethora of things to offer here. You mentioned before, talk to me about what your favorite part about being a barber is.
The interactions, being able to, I'm a talkative person, so well, I just like the interaction from each person that sits in our chair, the people who come in, you know, hearing the stories from chair to chair, understanding the different walks of life that we're able to service in the space. I think that's probably my number one thing that I enjoy about having a space like this and working as a barber, just being able to have that conversation and understand and, you know, be a part of each person's life, as well as making them feel good and walking out that door.
Okay, I'm joined now with Montserrat Rubio from the City of Cleveland's Economic Development Team. Montserrat, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Kierra?
Doing good. We're here at Elevate Barbershop, and they were the recipient of the Steelyard TIF grant. Can you talk to me about that grant?
Yes, so the Steelyard TIF grant is a very specific grant for 6 neighborhoods in the Cleveland area. This was a program that was made after the Steelyard Commons were built to support small businesses that were affected by this.
Sure.
So Santi is located in Clark-Fulton, which is one of the neighborhoods that could potentially be awarded.
Incredible. So one of the 6 neighborhoods that can take advantage of this grant. Can you talk to me about how Santi used this grant?
Yes, so Santi's a very creative small business owner. He did a lot of things with his grant. He was able to get a sign for that part of the store. He got this sign with the grant. I believe he got the shades, some lighting, like a lot of things around the area. So,
can you talk about how this grant helps other small businesses? Like, what are the possibilities with this grant?
Yes, so this grant was made for small businesses to be able to upgrade or improve their business.
Sure.
So they can do anything from signage, I don't know, lighting, exterior improvement, interior improvement. They can do anything in those categories, and then we are able to support them with the grant.
Okay, incredible. So you mentioned supporting them. So how can other small businesses take advantage or find out more about these grants and programs?
Yeah, I would say go to our website, makeincleveland.org. You can find the name, your correct name, because we are 5 people with this position. We cover different regions in the city.
Sure.
So once you find the right person to connect with, I would say reach out via email or via phone call, and then we're gonna be able to talk about your project and then show you like all the programs that we have available.
Discuss all the possibilities, get all the information. Talk to me lastly, if there's someone at home, a business owner who's saying, you know, maybe I'm not as creative as Santi, or maybe I don't have the resources, I'm not as developed. What's your advice to them?
I would say reach out to us. We can always help or we can always support with connecting you to the right resources.
Gotcha.
There is multiple other organizations that help startup businesses. Maybe if we cannot do anything with you at the moment, we like to still support you and connect you to the people that will be able to help you. And then once you are in a better position, then you can come back to us and we can help you.
Yeah, incredible. So no matter what stage of business you're in, the City of Cleveland is willing to help you.
Yes.
Montserrat Monterrubio from the City of Cleveland's Economic Development Team, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Santi, thank you so much for letting me into your world. It's been great to learn about your business, and congratulations on your success thus far. But as we wrap up, I just have one more question is, what does it mean to you to be a business owner here in Cleveland, your hometown?
It means everything. It was a little hard for me to come back home from living out of state. So coming back home and, getting inspired to be able to offer a business and services to the community that I grew up in, it fuels a different fire now that I didn't even know that I wanted to pursue. So it really does mean everything to be able to service and provide a service to the community that I was raised in.
Yeah, and you found your own way to creatively give back to the community that raised you.
Absolutely. Yeah, the whole idea of it is really just to show other people that if you just pursue something, stay accountable, use accountability, grow in structure, use structure, that anything is possible, You're gonna reach failures and obstacles in life. You just gotta keep moving and grooving, and it'll work out,
Everything works out in the end. So for the folks at home that wanna get cut by you, how can we find you? How can we book?
Yes, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook, Elevate Barbershop CLE. And then as well, if you want to book appointments, you can find us online at elevatebarbershopcle.com.
Incredible. And what's the address?
3182 West 25th, Cleveland, Ohio.
Absolutely incredible. James Santiago, the owner of Elevate Barbershop. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, friends, thanks so much for watching. My name is Kierra Cotton, and big things are happening in this city, one business at a time. And with the right support, anyone can make it in Cleveland. We'll see you next time.